Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Blair. Today I have another video in my 12 Days of Palette series, and the palette we're going to be using today is the Tartelette in Bloom palette. This is a really great palette. I actually got this not that long ago. Sephora for one day had these 50% off all of the Tarte palettes. And I've always wanted this palette, I just never actually got it. But I've been using it quite a bit since I got it. And I wanted to use it in a video today and include it in this series. If you are interested in seeing the look that I create with this Tartelette in Bloom palette, please keep watching and please subscribe if you haven't already. Let's go ahead and get into the eye makeup. First, I'm taking the shade Charmer down here, and like always, I'm going to set my eye primer. I did use my NARS Tinted Smudge Proof eyeshadow base today in the shade Light. Now I'm going to mix two shades. I'm going to use the shade Sweetheart and the shade Smarty Pants right here. So Sweetheart is more of a light pink, kind of a rosy color, and this one is just a really neutral transitional brown. And I'm just going to lightly apply this in the crease. So I hope if you've watched any of my 12 Days of Palette series, I hope you are enjoying them. I thought this would be a fun way to use all of my eyeshadow palettes because I have a lot of them and I just want to make sure I'm using them all. Sometimes, you know, it's easy to use the same product over and over when you find something you really like and then you forget about products that you've had that you also really love. You just kind of get in a rut, and I'm trying to avoid doing that because I have a lot of palettes and a lot that I really love, and I want to make sure that I'm using all of them. Now I'm going to go into the shade Jet Setter right here. It's another brown. It's a little bit darker than Smarty Pants. And I'm going to apply this in the outer V. So this look is going to obviously be really neutral, really easy, very wearable for every day. I'm not doing anything crazy. This is a very neutral, everyday look. Then I'm going to go back into that light pink Sweetheart right here. I'm just going to blend. Make sure everything is nice and seamless, no harsh lines or anything. I wanted to use a good mix of palettes in this series too. I wanted to use some drugstore, some new palettes, some older palettes. I didn't want to use everything that's brand new just because I don't want to send the message that everyone needs to go out and buy every new eyeshadow palette that comes out, because you definitely do not. The truth is most palettes that come out are not anything new. Not something that hasn't been done before, and probably not something that you don't already own in a different palette in your collection. So that's why I want to do a mixture of new palettes and older palettes like this one. Now I'm going to take a little bit of this shade called Rebel. This is almost like a kind of a purpley brown almost, and I'm only taking a tiny bit with this little blender brush. I'm just adding a tiny bit out here. If you are trying to keep this really, really minimal, you can absolutely skip this step. And then last but not least, I'm gonna take, this is probably my favorite shade in this palette. Just so pretty. It's Funny Girl right here. And it's just a really pretty gold champagne. It's very bright and sparkly. It's my favorite kind of color to put on the lid of my eye, to really brighten everything up. Love that color. Now I'm going to mix Sweetheart and Smarty Pants and just apply a little bit of that on my bottom lash line. And now I'm gonna do, I did this in one of my other videos too. I've really been loving this lately. I use this small Real Techniques brush and I spray a little bit of MAC Fix Plus on here, but any spray that you have will work for this trick. And then just take any dark shadow. I'm gonna use, I think this one right here. This is the shade Activist. And get a little bit on your brush and push it into your waterline. See the difference it makes with your eye? It just really, really lightly defines your eye, almost like you're wearing eyeliner, but you're not. It's a very, very subtle difference, but I swear it really does make a difference with how your eyes look. And that is all we're gonna do for the eyes. I'm gonna quickly curl my lashes and apply a little bit of mascara. Using my Bobbi Brown Smoky Eye Mascara. For lip liner, I'm using this Makeup Forever Artist Pencil in the shade 606 Wherever Walnut. And then my favorite lip color recently has been this one by Tarte. It's the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea lipstick in the shade Surf's Up. It's kind of a darker red. It's not red, it's more of a berry tone. So that's it for this video. This is the final look using my Tartelette in Bloom palette. I hope you guys liked the video. I know the video is kind of short and the Tartelette in Bloom palette is not new, but it's a beautiful palette. It's a really classic. I feel like it's a favorite of a lot of people, so I wanted to use it to create this really easy, neutral, pretty look with a little bit of color on the lips. So I hope you liked it. I will also list all the products I used on the rest of my face in the description box if you are curious. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you are liking the 12 Days of Palette series. If you've seen some of my other ones, let me know in the comments below your thoughts and maybe what palette I should do next. Also, make sure to follow me over on Instagram. I'm trying to be more active on there. It's kind of a struggle for me, but I'm working on it. So go follow me over on Instagram at simply.blair. Thank you again for being here and for watching. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Remember, simply be you. Bye.